Today's top player is Bobby Goldman of Highland Village, Texas. Bobby won 3 world championships before winning his first regional event and was a member of the original Aces, a professional bridge team. In 1970, the Aces returned the world bridge title to the United States after a long reign by the Italian Blue Team.
Bobby, I'd like to talk to you about the Dallas Aces, that famous team that really changed the way we look at bridge in the world. You were part of the Dallas Aces. Now, where did you live when you were invited to be a member of this team?
I spent the first half of my life in Philadelphia, the second half in Dallas.
And so you actually moved from Philadelphia to Dallas to become one of the Aces. Tell me, what was it like? Like, where did you live? What was your routine? And what was your training like that made this team so phenomenal?
Well, we started out with no real rules or anything. We sort of felt our way along and designed our team.
Someone sponsored it, didn't they?
Ira Korn was a sponsor. He was a successful businessman in Dallas who had interest in bridge. When Ira Korn formed the team, he had 3 ideas in his mind. One was patriotic. Italy had dominated bridge for about 15 years, and he wanted to bring world championships back to the United States. And to do that, he thought he had to get good players, not necessarily the very best, and I certainly wasn't considered the very best
Maybe not
at that
then,
point in time, and train them by working as partnerships and discussing bridge through an educational process, a full-time educational process, to train them to become good enough. That was the first objective, and that was satisfied within a couple years when we won our first world championship in 1970.
Now, let me ask you about that. When you say work on it, was it all day? I mean, how many hours a day would you work?
It was a full-time job.
And for how many weeks or months? Or
3 years.
3 years. So you worked at it as a full-time job for 3 years. That's fascinating.
It was around the time that the Aces started that the sport of tennis began to become very popular, and prize money went up. And the key to that success was putting it onto television. And bridge, actual bridge, has never been able to be displayed on television as an activity that people would be interested in it.
Thank you for coming, and we look forward to seeing you on television competing against another country or another city. Thanks, Bobby.
Thank you, Audrey. Enjoyed visiting with you today.
Thank you.